Hello and welcome. I'm Alex, and this is a tutorial now to define a call for abstracts in an Indico conference. As an event manager who created the event, in order for submitters to effectively start submitting their abstracts, you can click on Call for Abstracts on the left banner under Organization. Click on Enable Module and you will be directed to your Call for Abstracts page. On this page, you will be able to define settings related to the types of questions asked during a review of an abstract. Select the users who will review the abstracts, officially open the call for abstracts, and others. Here at the top we have the scheduling box, which defines when the call for abstracts will be open for submissions, at a given date or starting right now. Before opening the call for abstracts, we will have to define the parameters below. Here, you can customize the email notification templates to send to the users who submit their abstracts. Click on Notifications and click on Add New One. Here you can add what we call a notification rule set. A rule set is comprised by a specific email template to send when a rule is matched. For example, if an abstract is submitted, a certain email notification will be sent. Choose a title for your rule set and select the email template that you want, for example, Submit. Then you will have to select a rule, for example, Submit, like your email template. Click on Add New Rule and select Submitted. Click on Save. You can add new rule sets by clicking on Add New One on this window, for example, for when an abstract is accepted or rejected. Then you can click on Settings, where you can configure abstract submission. Write in an announcement you want to be displayed when users submit their abstracts. Select the options below, such as allowing the selection of multiple tracks, making the track selection mandatory, and so on. If you want to limit the abstract submission to a selected few, you can add a limited number of users in Authorized Submitters. Scroll down for the instructions box and insert some tips such as don't forget to use proper English. Click on Save once you're finished. Then we have your Fields and Types options, where you, as Conference Event Manager, will have to define and add the type of the contributions you allow, such as oral, for a talk, or poster, for example. Click on Contribution Types, New Contribution Type, and create a few types, such as poster and oral, for example. Click on the Abstract Fields box to add new fields tailored to your event, such as a question or simple text. For example, a question like, "What is your experiment?" Click on Add New Field and then on Single Choice for a question where you can select only one out of the available options. Enter the question, "What is your experiment?" and select how you want your question to be displayed. For example, with radio buttons, vertically displayed. Select your options, for example, Atlas, Alice, LHCb, and CMS. Then click on Save and close the window. Further down, we have reviewing options, where you define the questions used in the abstract reviewing process. Click on Roles, and in this page, you will be able to add users as reviewers and conveners. Reviewers provide an assessment of the abstract with the review, and they can consult only their own reviews. Conveners can read all reviews in their tracks. They can also accept or reject abstracts on behalf of the event managers. The idea is that you can have a team of specialists for specific tracks, such as online computing. Click on Add under either Reviewers or Conveners for a selected track or for all tracks at the top. Search for existing users and add them. Click on Save once you've chosen all your roles. Click on Settings at the right of Roles. Here, you, as an event manager, define a set of questions and the scale for the answers to your questions, from 0 to 5, for example. These questions will be used as a guide for the reviewers. Below, you have certain options, such as allowing conveners to accept or reject an abstract, allowing comments in your review page, and allow contributors in the comments. Under Review Questions, type in your questions. For example, what is the quality of English? Click at the disk icon at your right to save your question, and click on Add if you want to add a new question. For example, what is the quality of the content? Finally, write in some instructions for the reviewers, such as give a grade from 0 to 5, and one for the judges, who need to ultimately accept or reject an abstract based on the review, such as accept or reject the abstract based on the feedback. Once you have chosen your scale and your question, click on Save at the bottom of the page. Then we have the Book of Abstracts, a configurable and downloadable document in PDF, where only the accepted abstracts will be published. To configure the Book of Abstracts, click on Settings. Write additional text that will appear on the document and select the sorting criteria for the abstract's appearance in the book. Click on Save. Finally, we have the list of all abstracts, which is built automatically once the call for abstracts is open. You can rearrange this list by clicking on Manage. Let's return on Call for Abstracts to the Parameters Definition page. Let's now open the Call for Abstracts. You can click on Schedule and select the start, the end, and the notification deadline of your call for abstracts. Otherwise, if you want to open it right away, simply click on Start Now. Then switch to Display View. Congratulations! You just defined and opened a call for abstracts. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next tutorial.